Yeah, I mean, I think you saw the brand of Emory baseball. We are a running team, as you could tell. We took advantage of a couple situations to run, and I think that as a coach that's been doing this a long time, the way that you put 2 and 3 runs in an inning is taking walks and stealing bases. And we put a lot of pressure on their pitchers and catcher today, and I think that was probably one of the biggest keys in the game of putting pressure on them. But I think you saw what kind of baseball we played all year.
So, for example, the double steal in the 7th, especially coming right after they had tried to do the same and failed. That'd be the kind of aggressive base running we were talking about previously.
Yeah, I mean, we work on it. We work on it a lot. I learned a long time ago that you have to stay aggressive in whatever you do, and especially running the bases. And every year, this year we have a lot of speed, so it makes it a little bit easier to run the bases. But these kids know how to run the bases. They do a lot of counts and looks, and they're very educated on how to take the extra base. And it's one thing to get the steal; it's another thing to have them understand the situation. So yeah, I give the sign, but they were very, very good on the timing today to put a lot of pressure on the pitcher, to try to quicken them up, and to really elevate the pitch so our hitters could get some good pitches to hit. No, not at all. I mean, this is one of the most chemistry teams that I've ever been a part of, and it started in regionals when we lost an early game, and I just went on the bus and said, I don't want to see these seniors take their uniforms off the last time, and that's all I had to say. And the energy level went up, and these kids love each other, and these kids are good players. I mean, that's what these kids are good players, but these kids don't want to quit. They don't want to end the season. And if you ask any questions about it, am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised about this team in anything.
Jared, let me ask about the timing. You talked about, of course, the timing to put that play together, and you got a huge jump. So, if you could start by telling me, what is it you look for? When do you start that sort of thing?
I mean, he called the play, and I was going either way. I knew he might go first to third, and if he were to go first to third, I was just going to get in a rundown. And I was fortunate enough to get a couple seconds in that rundown, and Danny got a good jump and was able to get there in time.
Danny, what are you looking for? What's your sense of timing there?
Honestly, when I'm on that first or third play, when you're looking at the first runner on first, so Jared in this instance, I'm just trying to see what's going on with the position players, where they're trying to go. More than likely, I'm going to move on the first baseman. I saw him going right after Jared, which he was running away towards second, and that's when I saw my opportunity to take it home and make that play. Fortunately, I was able to beat it, and Jared was able to advance, so we were putting ourselves in a good situation to get runs and keep going.
And you were all sorts of fired up on your way back to the
Oh, fired up doesn't begin to explain it. I mean, I love the atmosphere. I think our team just thrives on that. And I'm not the only one. I mean, if you look at our dugout, if you look at our players, I mean, Jack carries some of the best mannerisms in the game. I mean, you look at our bench, we have Mr. Sombrero, we have the Bush, we have so many things that we have going. We're just a team that doesn't want to stop. We love this position. We love where we're at. We love being the guys who get to knock people out. This is it. We don't put any pressure on ourselves. We just go out there, we get fired up, and we play our game.
Phil, how did that affect you, seeing all that happen in front of you while you're standing on deck, right? And then you come up and get a big hit.
It's an exciting feeling, obviously. We're taking the lead on that first and third, and they come home, and it's just a great feeling, and I just want to do my job, get on base as best I can when I come up there.
You had a couple other big hits today. What were you seeing?
I just see the ball and I hit the ball. That's about as simple as it can be.
I haven't seen you guys before. You get some trouble and he has the wherewithal to
Well, number one, he shouldn't be pitching today. I mean, as many innings as he's had, he shouldn't be in there. And basically, he told me that he's going in. So the first thing is his arm is pretty much worn out from the 4 saves in the regionals and then now. But he's a kid that He's got ice water in his veins. I mean, he's a kid that you look like, and he looks like he's sleeping on the mound, which is the best thing for the closer. When he came in and he threw in inter-squad games, the first thing that came to mind is he's got the greatest closer mentality that I've seen. And we had a great closer the last couple of years, Michael Batanga, and he just reminds me of him. But he went out there with guts today. He didn't have a lot on his fastball. His arm was killing him. You could see him really working his arm. But I don't think I mean, he's 120 pounds, and I don't think I could have taken him out. But his value to this team is amazing.
I'll joke aside, but you know that his arm is a little bit tired. I understand he knows good. Was there any thought in your mind those guys would get on?
Yes.
And maybe
Yes. We were going to give it to him for the save. If they would have tied the score, we had somebody going in to him. But you know, I say we're not going to pitch it tomorrow, and he'll come up to me and say, I got two in me today. But yeah, he's our closer. And he's a very unique closer because he has a rubber arm, and he hasn't pitched a lot this year. He had a heart injury early in the year, and we didn't do it. So he has a little bit in his arm, but we're going to really take care of him because he is a freshman, and we really want him to grow and be a great closer for us down the road.